Coding Challenge Review, 28th of January. Beginners. So, question number 1. So the very first thing we need to do is we need to round a given number, right? So we receive a floating number, as you can see, number 7 point something, and then we want to float it, right? Sorry, we want to round it. So first of all, how many arguments? 1. Tell me, argument name. Number, correct. And then, how do we round a number in JavaScript? Math.round and then the number. Make sense? Yes. Oh, good, right? Easy. Green, no elegance issues. All good, right? So, in here, it's all good, Michael. Just remember this space is a bit unnecessary. So you don't need to put a space between the function name and the parentheses. Look at round, for example. You don't have any space here, right? But all good apart from that. So let's just check question number 2. Get the average. We have an array with some numbers and we want to calculate the average. Interestingly, we already have a function to get the average. So the goal of this exercise is to check whether we know how to invoke a utility function like that one, right? So we can just do return, get round average, values. So we don't even care about what that function does, right? We know that it does the magic, so we just need to invoke it and obviously return whatever that function is. Free. How good a student am I? That's a classic function, right? And actually, we are not going to solve it because based on what we agreed on last week, we solved that last week. So if you want to catch up about that question, please have a look to the previous review, right? And then let's skip this one. And then, that's interesting. Is the average score any good? So we have an array of few numbers, and we're going to see if the score is any good. So it will be good if the average score is at least 5. And it will be false otherwise. Fortunately here, we have some utility functions to help us to, deal with that problem. So how can we deal with that? Well, first of all, we have a function that tells us which is the average score. That will be the first step, I believe. And then we have another function to check the average. So first get the average, and once we have the average, prove if that's good or not. So, first of all, how do we get the average? Let's invoke this function, right? Let average score equals get average score. So that will give us the average. And now we can return, can simply invoke check average score, right? With the average, right? What do we have here? We have a function already in place to calculate to perform the logic. However, this function is not working. Why this function is not working, Michael? The syntax. So where do we have syntax errors? That's an if statement.
Yeah, if so, because I'm closed
the brackets.
Yeah, curly.
Yes, correct. So remember to put curly brackets before and after. Do we need curly brackets here? These are optional. So you remember, guys, when we have a single sentence, a single statement, curly brackets are optional, but generally speaking, I recommend to place them because it helps to, to determine the boundaries of your if-else structure, right? So that works, no problem at all. Let's check what you did here, Michael. It's pretty much the same thing, right? So I totally agree on the if part, you see? Curly braces, And then here, I personally believe we should move the return statement into a new line.
Yeah, you know, I've got an evidence issue where it said something space on that line.
On that, the yep, yep, okay.
It kept throwing a message about it.
Yep, we need to look after. As you can see, all the lines should be indented using tabs. If at some point you add a space, yeah, the elegance console will complain. Cool. So I think that was pretty much it, guys. So any question, Michael, or anyone else? No? Good. Cool. Let's leave it here. Thank you, guys.